How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is time for another comic book haul. This time I have, well, as usual, it's a bunch of stuff I picked up on online auctions. But I'm starting with my big books first because I'm going to have to zoom in to get closer. But anyway, I picked up a couple of treasuries recently in auction. These, I got this lot of 3 here. For $6, so they were $2 a piece. So I've got the DC Collector's Edition Classic C49, which features the Superboy and Legion superheroes for $2. I also picked up the Limited Collector's Edition C51 DC version of Batman, the Ra's al Ghul storyline. This one, it gets pretty pricey. I was really happy that I picked this up for $2. I am working on, I already have my DC comic, my Marvel Treasury Edition collection complete, but I'm slowly trying to finish the DC one. So whenever I see them for cheap, I'll pick them up. And then I also did get C55, which is Superboy and the Legion superheroes again. This is, I think, an all-original story featuring Superboy and the Legion. And then the last Treasury edition I picked up was this one. And when I needed to try and find it, I couldn't find it, or it was always way too expensive. I finally picked up a kind of a ratty version of it. And then, lo and behold, I picked this one up for $10 now. The Smurfs Marvel Treasury. This collects the 3 issues that they released under the Marvel banner. But anyway, I couldn't find this anywhere, or everybody's asking for an arm and a leg. It was like $50, $75, $100 sometimes. So it was on an auction site, and I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? I bid $10 and won it for $10. So this one is way better condition than the other one I have. So I'm super happy to pick that up. But so now, let's get into the other stuff I picked up, since those were the big ones that I had to stretch out the camera for. I did pick up a lot of magazines recently too. So the first batch was a lot of, it was Electric Company magazine and Dynamite magazine, and then some random Marvel and DC and other magazines mixed in. So I got the whole lot for $50, but I don't want to bore you with the Electric Company and the Dynamite covers because a lot of the stuff is just like kitty related. But I did pick out a few that I thought might be really interesting to my viewers. So I have the June 1979 Electric Company magazine. Has a nice Spider-Man cover. Now, the Electric Company magazines, too, like all of these have Spidey Super Stories strips in them. So that was the one thing I didn't realize when I bid on a lot. I just saw some comic book covers, and I figured, why not? But anyway, so all of the Electric Company magazines have Spidey Super Stories in them. But so this one was kind of a cool one. That's John Romita Sr. cover there. Then I don't know if anybody knows what this is, but this is apparently the inspiration for Bishop from the X-Men. The rumor is that, I forgot who, was it Will Portacio? He had this magazine, and he looked at it, and he, when he was designing Bishop, he came up with his design with the stripes on the sleeves and the kerchief in front of him. Just the only thing missing is the conductor hat, but apparently this is the inspiration for Bishop. Then also, of course, every kid's magazine back in the 70s and 80s had to have Star Wars related stuff in it, because that's what we all liked, we wanted to read about, was Star Wars. So this one covers The Empire Strikes Back, obviously. Pretty cool painted cover. Here's one about the Secrets of the Superheroes. This contains an article about DC and Marvel superheroes, but it's got the Hulk on the cover. Then, of course, all kids love the monster movies, or Universal Monsters, so I thought that one was kind of cool. This one has a story of, the Spidey Super Stories has him fighting the Green Goblin, and the Green Goblin is using a bunch of different kind of monsters against him. So that was kind of an interesting, cool strip. And here's another one that all of us kids wanted to know what was going on, because Flash Gordon was in a big movie back in 1981 or 80 or 81, I can't remember. So, of course, Electric Company did a story on it. Then also, Superman was big too, Superman 2. So, Electric Company, excuse me, sorry about that, did a story about Superman. And then here's another cool Marvel-related cover with Spider-Man on a bicycle. Then, in the Dynamite comic issues now, I used to get Dynamite back in the 70s. These are obviously more 80s issues, but here's another Empire Strikes Back tie-in on Dynamite. They did a story about Star Wars also. Then Buck Rogers was on TV, and they had a movie, so they did a story on that. Here's, again, kids love monsters, so Dynamite did a story about Universal Monsters. Greatest American Hero, Superman, sure. And then the last Dynamite I got was this one featuring Indiana Jones, and that was with the second movie, Temple of Doom. So, but like I said, I got about 45 issues of between Electric Company and Dynamite, and a lot of them are just like cartoony covers, not pop culture related. So I thought I'd show you those ones there. But then the other magazines that were in this lot that I got for $50 were a couple of Marvel swimsuit specials. So I got that one there. So, oh yeah, well, basically I got over 50 magazines for $50. So these were under $1 a piece. And then also a Marvel Year in Review, 93, featuring a sweet Venom cover and all the bad guys. Well, seeing it has Deadpool as a bad guy there. Here's 1991's Year in Review for under $1. This was in there, under $1. RoboCop, the Marvel magazine. Newsstand. I've never seen a newsstand. I didn't know they even did newsstands of this, but here's one. Also, a couple of poster magazines. Incredible Hulk poster magazine. And a Spider-Man 30th Anniversary poster magazine. Superman and Batman magazine, issue number 1. This was kind of cool, but then it doesn't have the posters inside of it. But He-Man and the Masters of the Universe magazine. This is the September 1985 issue. But yeah, the 2 posters were gone, so oh well. But it was under $1. The World of Star Wars. Interesting, does a whole bunch of stories about I mean, it's so interesting to see, like, back in this time, like, nobody knew anything about Star Wars other than Star Wars, A New Hope, and then The Empire Strikes Back coming out. And it's just really, really, really interesting to see the stories that they did and the stuff that they would report on pertaining to Star Wars and all of the characters in the movies. Then I got a couple of Savage Tales featuring Conan the Barbarian. This is in a different lot, but these were $1 a piece also. I got that one and this one for $1. Also, this one was in there. This is Conan the Savage number 2 for $1. Conan the Savage number 3. This one was in there. It's a Marvel graphic novel with the Punisher for $1. And then this other lot, I got these 3 books for $24. So, I got Tomb of Dracula, number 1. Vampire Tales Annual, number 1. And the best one of all, Vampire Tales number 2 for $8. And that one is in really, really nice shape. And it's the very first appearance of Satana. That one usually goes for a lot of money. I've been trying to get it forever. But of course, me being the cheapskate I'm not going to pay some crazy amount for it. And under $10, sure. I mean, it's in really, really nice shape too. But yeah, I bid $24 for the lot, and I won the lot for $24. it's really funny. Like when you do these online stuff, half the people, if it's not Hulk 181 or some kind of huge key issue, people just breeze right over them and they don't even try to bid on them. And so like I always look for magazines and trade paperbacks and stuff like that. And usually my low bid will usually win out in the end. Not all the time, but sometimes it works out for you and sometimes it don't. So then I got a couple of comics here we can look at. I really want to get the magazines and the treasuries out of the way so I can put them back where I put my collection. I picked up this one. I wanted to get this one, or I've been trying again for a reasonable price. Vampirella Fairy Tales #3. Art Adams, beautiful artwork. This is the red blood variant, obviously, but I found that on Mercari for $20, so I picked it up. And I also, the seller, threw this one in too. So I was really happy, but I really was happy to pick up this book right there. Trying to get all the Art Adams Vampirellas. Then I got a couple of comics here from, what was it? My comic shop. I picked up a couple of books I needed. I have this one, but it's signed by Kurt Busiek. But I didn't like the signature, so I was trying to find this Art Adams variant without a signature on it, and so I picked that one up for $5. Also, again, it's all Art Adams. Here is Alternation. I didn't realize I had this one already, but I bought it again for $2. Gate Crashers #5, another beautiful Art Adams. I guess I should have posted that, or I was going to post that for Halloween, but I forgot. He also... Art did a Primortals #14 cover. Picked that one up for $2. I needed this one. I have #2. I needed #1 of The Shadow. That's the comic book adaptation of the movie featuring Alec Baldwin. So I picked up #2 in an auction lot, and I needed that one. So that one was only $1. This one, I'm trying to get the 3D comics completed from 3D Zone. So I needed this one. I got this one for $5. Here's another one, American Mythology Productions Underdog. It's a really short run. I needed that one, #3. I got that one for a couple of bucks. This one I saw on somebody, I forget where I saw it, if I saw this on Facebook or I saw it on Instagram, but somebody showed this and I'm like, what the heck is that? But I looked on my comic shop and picked one up for $3. Space 342434. It's basically like the Marvel Fumetti comic that they did. It's, you know, these women photographed, but like in like a comic book story, you know, with word balloons and stuff. So I just thought, I saw it was like so oddball, and I'm like, I looked it up and it was only a couple of bucks, so I bought it. It's black and white, but just an oddity. That's kind of stuff I get into. I picked up this Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Midtown Comics, Direct Forces variant with J. Scott Campbell art. Picked that one up for, I think I got that for like $10 or $15. Then this Catwoman variant I picked up for $2, Christmas related. A Wizard special publication, Wolverine Tribute magazine. Picked that one up for $5. This is a different auction site. Saw this one, looked it up, looked interesting. Pure Images, The Birth of Spider-Man. It's basically just a bunch of essays about the creation of Spider-Man. It was only $3. You know, it's not authorized by Marvel, of course, but picked that one up. Never saw it before. Also, because it was in the auction and I looked it up, or I looked and saw it, it looked interesting, so I bid on it. Also, I picked up this comic interview super special, Spider-Man Spectacular. It's got interviews with Todd McFarlane, John Romita, Eric Larson, just a bunch of, it's a collection of all the interviews they had previously done in Comics Interview magazine related to Spider-Man creators. I picked up this lot of King Kong. I'm trying to complete this Monster Comics run. I have number 1. Here's number 2. These were $2 a piece. Here is number 3. It's a 6-issue series. So there's 2, 3, 4. So I need 5 and 6. So, and then also in the lot was Metacops number 1, which is kind of a cool concept. I don't know if they went any farther with the first. I have a first issue already. I don't know if there's more than 1 issue or not. Also by Monster Comics. You go now this is another lot. These were okay. That's the King Kong lot, $2 a piece. Then the last lot here, I have these comics. These were 68 cents a piece. So based on what I paid. So Yugoth Treasures number 1 from Avatar. Don't know too much about it, but it looked really interesting. The artwork's pretty cool. New Avengers number 4. I believe that's the first Maria Hill. Batman 636. Now, I didn't have any of this Red Hood stuff. So, again, I got that one for 68 cents. 637 for 68 cents. And 638 for 68 cents. This was in there. Samurai Heaven and Earth. I think that's a variant cover. Stephen King, The Talisman, numbers for 68 cents. Friend of the Neighborhood Spider-Man number 1. The Other Storyline Part 1. Infinite Crisis number 1. That cover. And then also the variant by George Perez for 68 cents a piece. And then last but not least, I got a couple of well, these are related to the Dollar Conan magazines that I showed you just a little bit ago. Puppet Master number 1 from Full Moon was in that lot with the Conans. Don't ask me why. For $1. And then Conan from Dark Horse number 42 was in there. 43 and 44. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little bit more like my other videos. A lot of variety in there. A lot of different prices. A lot of deals, obviously, because that's what I'm all about. That's what the channel is. It's like I want to show everybody you still can get some pretty decent deals out there. Just look around for them. You'll stumble across them, believe me. But again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, and this is the first time you've came across my channel, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to get my subscribers up. For all my subscribers I do have, man, I appreciate you guys. I'm so happy to have everybody watching my channel and liking it and commenting and stuff. You know, I've been doing it for a couple of years now. It really makes it worthwhile when you know somebody is watching the videos. So, oh, also, don't forget, I am also on Instagram. Check me out there. Instagram, easy as can be. Post stuff weekly. And other than that, again, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Comic deals are out there. Just look for them. But thanks for watching. I will see y'all next time. Good luck out there hunting for comics.